I'm going to show you how much better that you can walk. That's right, your normal gait, by strengthening one muscle. It's called the anterior tibialis. It's the front of our leg, which I'll show you in just a minute or so. I first want to talk about something that's so important. Many millions of people hurt their lower back. And when you hurt the lower back, you have discs. This is the L4, L5, L5S1. You might have heard of bulging discs or herniated discs, as well as arthritis or even stenosis, where you're affecting the nerve. And these nerves that come off the lower back are called the sciatic nerve underneath here. It goes underneath the buttocks. It goes down the leg all the way down to the big toe, into the foot. But a portion of this sciatic nerve that comes off right below the knee area is called the peroneal nerve. That's the branch of the sciatic nerve that affects this part of the leg right here. And this is our anterior tibialis muscle. So when we bring our toe back towards us, we call this dorsiflexion. This muscle contracts right here. This is the muscle that allows us to lift our toe or the front of our foot upwards. Okay? So we want to make sure that this muscle is strong and or stronger, because the stronger this muscle is, the easier it's going to be for you to walk. Now you may notice when you walk, here's your toes, here's the back of my foot right here. You may notice that your toes are not coming up high enough when you're walking, when you're stepping, because your heel should be hitting, your toes should go down. Heel hitting, toes should be going down. In what we call slat foot, if the toe doesn't raise as much, and as we walk, we start hitting the ground like this, because we're not lifting it up where our heel's hitting first. But if you have drop foot, which is commonly seen as a result of this peroneal nerve involvement in the front of that leg area, the toe starts to drop down. Now you have a hard time lifting the front of the foot up at all. It just won't come up. So when you walk, you're hitting your toe before your heel, and that's an issue. But by strengthening this muscle right here, the anterior tibialis, which I'm going to show you how to do it, I'm going to help you get it stronger. You're going to notice that when you start to walk, you're not going to be stumbling over your toes. How many of us, including myself, at times, we're walking, all of a sudden we trip, we just kind of stumble. That's because our toes are hitting before our heel's hitting. Because that anterior tibialis can be weakened. Maybe you did too much and it's just not lifting up the way it should. So I'm going to show you just briefly for a second what it looks like when you're not walking correctly and how you should be walking. Then we'll go right to our easy exercise that you're going to want to start doing. And if you can't do this exercise, I'm going to show you another alternative way you can do it, sitting up or even in your bed. But I want you to really look at this anterior tibialis muscle seriously. It's going to make tremendous changes in your life. It's going to help you walk better. Every human being, regardless if you have symptoms or no symptoms, keeping that muscle strong is extremely important, because very, very, very few of us understand or even take any time to strengthen this muscle. Because when we stand up on our toes, okay, we're working the calves. We're working behind the leg. We're always working our calves. But in order to work the front of this part of the leg, we must bring the toe backwards, dorsiflexion. And by doing so, this muscle will become much stronger. So first, let me show you what it looks like to walk incorrectly when we talk about drop foot or slat foot. And then I'll show you basically the right way we should be walking. And then we'll go into our simple exercises. And then we'll review a few important things that will make tremendous changes for you. So let's get to it. So look at the front of my foot here, where my toes are at. When we walk, our heel should come up like this and then step down. Our heel should come up, then step down. Heel up, step down. With drop foot, these muscles are weak. The foot stays where it's at. The foot cannot come up. It slaps or it drops like this. So if the heel is not hitting first, because that muscle is weak, and as we walk, it's going to slap like this. So if you notice, you're hearing your own feet when you're walking. That's the slat foot. We want to attain this, where we can bring it up nice and easy. Heel, toe, heel, toe. And that's what we're going to work on today. Okay, so we're going to be concerned with my lower body from my waist down. You're not going to see my face, but I'll be talking. But I want you to pay close attention, so this will help you. Here we go. So the first thing we want to do is you want to go up against a wall. I particularly like a staircase. You can take a chair and put it by your side to hold on if you don't have good balance. I do recommend that you wear sneakers or something rubberish so you don't slide. Do not do it barefoot or with your socks on. You're going to hold on or step back against the wall, and you're going to start out close to the wall, and you're going to come up on your heels like this. And okay, you're going to hold it there 2-3 seconds, go back down. Lift up. Every time you lift up, you're going to feel these muscles contract. Go back down. Lift up. Okay, you're going to shoot for about 2 sets of 20, and you're going to try to do this. Now, if you can't do 2 sets of 10, and you can gradually build up. Now, once you master this, you can go a little further out. Now it becomes more challenging. And as you lift up now, those muscles are going to work much harder. Hold it up 2-3 seconds, go down. 2-3 seconds, go down. And you're going to notice that these muscles are going to really start to fire. Now, when our anterior tibialis muscles are too weak, you may have a difficult time doing that exercise against a wall where you're leaning back on your heels. So what we want to do, we want to use a rope. Here is a extension cord. You can use a towel, whatever is convenient for you. And what we want to do is we want to take and put these feet, where we dorsiflex it, back in this area, but we have a hard time doing it ourselves. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that rope or extension cord or that towel, and I want you just to pull it back. Now you see it's pulled back right now, but the objective here is to hold it in that position, 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, I want you to slowly put it back in that position, relaxing it. And then we can use the cord again, or your towel, or your rope, and pull it back again. And you'll hold it in that position. You can just release the cord, release the rope or towel, you just don't pull on it, and leave it in that position for 30 seconds. I want you to do 6 repetitions of 30 seconds, and after 30 seconds, slowly let it go back down. Now realize, when we pull our feet this way, we're trying to hold it, we're contracting. Our brain is telling our muscles to shorten, to contract, to hold it in that position. Right now, we are working those muscles by just our brain voluntarily telling it to hold it in that position. So, if this is difficult for you, here's another alternative. And you can do this on your bed, on a couch, on a floor. You could take one leg, or both legs, but one leg's a little easier. And instead of using that towel cord like this, you can reach over and pull it up and hold it in that position as well. 30 seconds, and after, you'll slowly bring it down again. Remember, when we bring this up, you may have a hard time bringing it up because the muscle's so weak, so let's help it. Bring it up in that position, and you may start to feel that muscle twitch, and start to fire because it's weak already. You'll do your best. If you can't do it that long, you'll do the best you can, and over time, you will build up as this muscle continues to get stronger. And very important that when you work a muscle, any muscle in the body, and after you work it for that period of time, don't work it every single day. Do it every other day, because as you break down that muscle, it needs to repair and heal. And if you do it every day, it's never going to totally repair and heal, and it's not going to get stronger. I want you to practice these exercises. Do your best. I'll promise you one thing. When these muscles get stronger, you're going to see a tremendous change in your gait. You're going to walk much easier. You're not going to stumble as often. Hopefully not. And you're not going to fall, because many falls and injuries, including broken hips, concussions, problems with our head, all come from improper gait. Many of them, many, because we stumble. And then you think to yourself, how did I fall? You most likely fell because you tripped on your own toes. So, and lastly, I want you to get the connection with your brain, because your brain controls these muscles. I want you to become tuned in with that muscle, that when you're working it, or just when you're walking, not all the time, just walking around, I want you periodically to think of your brain with that muscle. That will help it voluntarily contract easier. And as you practice this communication, what we call afferent, efferent, this is the nerve messages going up the spine, from the brain going down the spine, back to the muscle. It starts to communicate easier. And as it communicates better, it's going to work better. It's going to heal better. You're going to walk better. And again, you're going to really enjoy your life much better as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this with your friends and family. This video is so important because very few of us really understand the importance of this one muscle that can make a huge difference for your health. So I challenge you, as well as your spine challenges you, to keep your body healthy, because this is our central nervous system. Do these exercises and you'll see great results. Share this video with your friends and family. Leave your comments below. I would love to read them. And most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell.